Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and I am in the High Mobility Zaku Type R1. I think there are like very specific names that the R1, R2, and R3 have, like early, middle, and late production high mobility types. But basically what this comes down to is that mine is the earliest type, the R1 type, which is generally associated with Shin Matsunaga, and that's whose colors I'm using. It is using the 4-barrel rocket launcher that was introduced late in Gundam Battle Operation 1. And in this game, it kind of functions, to my way of thinking, very similarly to my beloved troll rifle in Battle Operation 1. It fires 4 missiles, each of which stun and do like about 700 to 800 damage each. And it fires them, and then it reloads basically forever. Not super forever, but enough forever. Yeah, look how much damage I did with type advantage to that goof. That was like, if all 4 had hit, it would have been over 5,000 damage right there. I think I connected with 3 of them, so that's, you know, close to, got to be coming up on at least 4,000. So yeah, but it's going to be probably another 20 seconds, 30 seconds. I have not actually kept good track because I'm not always good at that, for one thing, until I can fire it again. If you get interrupted, you only fire however many missiles you've fired by the time you're stunned or fall off a ledge. I discovered that one by accident. But, yeah. But if you can connect, you do a lot of damage. Its backup weapon is a standard Zaku machine gun. It does head Vulcan damage, about 60 a shot, but it has a 100-round magazine. So I am not good with this thing. Angel Death, Always Sonic, and I played a bunch of rounds, and this is the one where it just finally started to click for me, where I was not getting too aggressive. It's a high mobility thing with an occasional firing weapon. It is a hit-and-run machine, and after hitting and running, you should support. I mean, you know, you might think the right move right where I was there was to close in. But no, for one thing, look at all the enemies around. I would have died because it is a little fragile still. So, yeah, the correct move at that point is to pull back, support with machine gun fire or grenades, and wait for your weapon to reload. And I'm sure I'm still not doing great, but I was saying somebody, you know, you've hit a pretty, moderate level of YouTube success where there are folks who comment, to just almost exclusively to tell you what you're doing wrong. And honestly, I do appreciate the help sometimes, because I've mentioned what my failings are. I get tunnel vision, I get flustered, I'm not always good at this, and I mean, the channel's name is Flailthroughs, but I do try to improve as I go. We were on voice chat, all with Sonic, Angel of Death, and I, and I let him know I was going to pull back and do the airstrike, because I only have 2,400 hit points left. Like I said, the thing's a little fragile. That is not much at all for this. And we've got a good enough lead that probably the front line can hold out a little bit while I get some repairs. So that is the plan. I think I recall getting it to somewhere like around half health and stopping there. Half is not bad for this, not great, but it'll keep me alive long enough to, stand near the back and fire at things. So, and I didn't want to leave the front line unoccupied for too long. So yeah, now it's time to move back and see if I can find a good opportunity to launch these missiles. Airstrike coming in, probably not me. Much better target up there in that grouping. Yep. I think it missed. Okay, it hit all with Sonic, but he is, I believe, still alive. Yeah, so now it's just a matter of finding a good time and place to launch those missiles. And I think I see the goof charging over again, and you've seen what I can do to that, so it's a good time to be firing. And yeah, as you can see with type advantage, my machine gun fire, which is usually tops out around 60, 70, also, did 100 rounds a shot to the goof, so this is a pretty effective anti-assault type mobile suit if you're in a room that has appropriate cost for it. That's another reason I'm doing better here than I was in the other ones. I tried to do this in an unlimited room. This 300-point level 1 mobile suit, don't. You can't. It's just not there. So, even at this cost, I discovered over a round or two that I needed to play more carefully. And now I am. Not perfectly, because there is no such thing, especially for me. But, oh man, the goof keeps standing out in front of things. And, okay, well, that guy managed to knock me out of my rockets. And then my subsequent rockets missed. But I've got always Sonic right here. I'm just backing him up because he's in a Dom. He is much more suited for up close. He got counter-tackled by the goof, though. If I had timed it a half second, a split second later, I would have connected with him and knocked him down, but I was too early. It's, I should be better at judging that invulnerability by now, but just, you only have to be off by a couple of frames, and I think I only was. But now I'm not sure who flashed me. I'm not sure if it was them or if somebody on our team hit me by accident. Either way, it's a good time to pull back, because again, low health, low health, and not a lot of chance here. Now here I do make a major mistake. I decided to stop and help repair this mobile suit, which I think is... I forget what kind of mobile suit it is that has those thrusters on the back of the leg. I think it is the Gym Sniper Custom. Yep. But I get the guy as repaired as I can, then I turn to work on my mobile suit, but it is too late. You can see the enemy advancing, and they're about to notice I'm there. And as soon as they notice I'm there, I'm dead. Because there's 4 of them, and there's just me. And my primary weapon is not charged. So, yeah, it did not take much at all. So, yeah, that was a mistake, but hopefully that Sniper Custom will stay alive and, avenge me a little bit. But this nice Desert Goof is doing a pretty good job. I'm sure it must have felt good after I hit him with those rockets enough times to get me back. I decided to spawn back here with the rest of the group because, for one thing, number 4 was taking damage so quickly, I did not see the point in spawning in to try and save him, because then I'd just be in the middle of the enemy team. I tend to make that mistake a lot. I tend to move into the middle of the team, enemy team, to try and save somebody else, and then all that means is, we're throwing good points after bad to a certain extent. Not that the other player's bad, it's just that, they cannot be saved by one person, which means I'm just giving them 2 victims is not a good strategy. Now here's an airstrike in the middle of everything, which is a good time for me to not be near that person. And, yeah, just waiting for that to go off. And just tried to sneak around and be the opportunist and get that kill, but it did not quite happen. Which, not a big deal. It was a good round, so... And it is within 14 points of being over, and we've got this. We've got a 3,500 point lead, just about. There's nothing they can do to that in 10 seconds, so I may as well move in a little bit and try and do some damage. And as it is, I just managed to keep myself alive for that last few seconds, so, not bad. I have definitely done worse in this. As I said, there were about 3 I did left. Yes, and that is always Sonic's custom blue bullet color scheme Dom over there. And yeah, I gave it to our top scorer because, yeah, got like 3 out of 4 categories. That's hard to beat. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back with more tomorrow, so until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later!